Walter Krause's journey thus far has been full of peril, like many stories in Cataclysm. Yet he's well equipped and as prepared as he can be for his eternal pursuer. He went far from his home, found horrific fungal masses, and now he's returning to the apartment tower in which he has spent most of his life. Let us hope that it shall not be his grave as well. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rykon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and to our short survival series, where we are locked and loaded, and we've dealt with a fair number of the dead outside of the apartment tower, but no doubt there are still many more over there, and we actually did go a little bit of a distance away. Now, clearing this place is going to be a little bit difficult. We don't need to clear everyone though. We need to clear enough to be able to get to the upper floors. That's going to be the plan going forwards. So let's just check and see how we're looking. 26 rounds in our current magazine. We've got 3 magazines that are just totally good to go. Let's just go and top this one up a little bit with some extra ammunition. Now, of course, we want to make sure that we're using the same ammunition or close to the same type of ammunition. That's totally fine. As much as I would want to hang around until the late evening, it is the early morning. We are super tired as well. We still need to try and sleep somewhere. So I'm hoping we're going to be able to sleep upstairs somewhere. Obviously, we've got the infrared goggles. They work great at night. But we're not going to spend the day out here in the forest just waiting around. Now, it does look like we've dropped a few things over here. One of the MREs, so we're just going to go and pop that into our back little carry saddle thing, and we're going to start to ride on away and over those bodies that are there. Now, what did we just leave behind there? Laptop, computer, and what else? Not much else, actually. I would still like the laptop computer if possible. It might have fallen out of here. That is entirely possible. We do have a zombie child around here somewhere, so we'll try and keep our eyes peeled. Make sure that we're not going to get snuck up on. The laptop computer fits in there totally fine, so something caused it to drop out there. That's all right. Okay, that's the kid. Okay, and there's more of them up ahead. Well, you know what we got to do. We are going to be staying on the bike here, but we are going to be popping them, keeping it on semi-auto as much as possible. And of course, skipping too many turns so that the child manages to get an attack on us. Damn it. Okay, well, the others are still far enough away that we should be able to apply a bandage. And it's not too much of a wound, honestly. Just an adhesive bandage should be fine. Yep, put that on there. And we'll smash that corpse. Oh, we do need to actually let go of the controls to be able to do that. There we go, that's done. We'll start to move up towards the next mass of bodies. And we're going to be staying on the bike because we can ride backwards on this thing, should we need to. And we're probably going to start to ride backwards now, just so that we have the momentum going, because it takes a little while for that to kick into gear. And we're definitely going to have to wait until they get closer before we actually try and take a shot. We're currently outpacing them, though. That's the issue here. So let's stop for now and just start to take these shots. 30 damage, it's nearly dead, but we want to make sure, that it goes down just like that. We'll take our next shot on that zombie there. 41 damage, heavy arterial bleeding. We've done enough to kill it, but we want to make sure that we put it down. And, you know what? I'm going to leave you. That's more than enough damage. You should be dead before you reach us. I say that, and yet you are very close. 39 damage over here, heavy arterial bleeding again. We're not going to wait. We'll just, we'll pop you. And it did actually grab us, but it didn't actually manage to do any damage before it bled out. Now, I did see our mood for a moment then, and our mood isn't great right now. We just took out a zombie kid, and that is going to make us rather upset. Pop you one more time. You've already taken a little bit of damage. I don't want you damaging our bike, though, so, you're already kind of on it. Well, let's just keep on shooting you while we are kind of trying to move backwards. There we go. The job is done. We didn't even need to move. Let's just go and smash all of these pieces here as that zombie gets alarmingly close. And there is one more out there. That's a good first shot, 50 damage, heavy arterial bleeding. We'll aim up again, fire, and that's another one, biting the dust. Let's actually just hop off the bike for a moment. We'll smash this corpse as well, take care of this last big boy before we start to try and move up. Now, obviously, our gun is making a lot of noise. If there are any dead out in the woods, they should be coming towards us. So they're not going to be lurking, because that could also be quite dangerous. Bringing them out towards us, fighting them here in the open of this field, it's a much safer way for us to do it. There we go. And I'm definitely going to want to make sure that we've reloaded our magazine before we jump in. Let's just have a little bit of a look around here and see if there's anything that catches our eye. The caffeinated chewing gum we can probably just knock back right away. Prescription antibiotics. Okay, we are going to make sure that we grab you. So let's make our way on over. One of them did have a holster, but I didn't see anything in it. At least I don't believe so. Let's have a look here. They might have actually been further down. Oh, stun gun. Right, okay. We can do without it. It's fine. Back onto the bike, and let's get that reloaded. There we go. Let's make a move. Light is bright right now. We're in minimal pain, so we could probably look at taking an aspirin or some form of painkiller, which we don't actually have. We still only have morphine, so we can only deal with extreme pain. So you're just going to have to grit your teeth for now, Walter. And oh boy. Okay, we got some stragglers. Good first shot there with 42 damage. Let's follow that up with another, and that is enough to take you out. Okay, let's start to drive up towards the apartment now. I will be stopping, I will be smashing them, just because the less we have to deal with in the future here, the better. And I am thinking we're probably going to want to stay on foot. And there isn't really much point in us bringing the bike any closer, because the bike we want to have as a getaway vehicle. If our pursuer comes for us and we can't get away, we want to make sure that we have an option to get out of Dodge. And we don't want to be screwing around with trying to get it away from trees and stuff like that. If we need to sprint, we get to the bike, and we get out of Dodge. That's going to be the plan, at the very least. Ooh, 31 damage. One more shot should be enough to take this one down. And there we go. Let's pull a handbrake on this bike. And do we want to take anything out the back of it right now? We've got our adjustable wrench and a few other bits and pieces, but let's just leave them for now. The laptop is going to have to stay there as well. Unless, of course, we can actually fit that. No, we can't. No, we can't. Okay, well, let's have a gummy vitamin before we leave it. There we go. Lovely. And we'll have some gum too. Oh, hello, big lad. Okay, steadying up. We've got a decent shot on you now. 49 damage is good. Heavy arterial bleeding. And if we didn't have the massive amount of ammunition that we currently have, I would be waiting a little bit more, but right now, the faster that we get in there, the better. We're going to take that smartphone because it does have a full charge on it, which is honestly a little rare. I mean, yeah, it is going to take us a while to go through this ammunition. No doubt if we do come up against our nemesis, we'll be going for that ammunition rather quickly. So we want to make sure that we still have a decent stockpile, but yeah, I don't have to be... Ooh, hello. I don't have to be super stingy. Sewing kit's great. The survivor's map, also great. Outdoor adventures and an IFAK pouch. And the hiking backpack in general is going to be cool. But it's filthy. We could try and clean it up. Our molly pack, though, is still a really decent pack, especially if we can try and repair it. And unfortunately, our mood is going to take a little bit more of a dip here. We missed that first shot on the kid, but as they get in close, we steady our sights and we blast them away. Never easy, Walter. Now, can we grab some of these things before the others come for us? Let's have a look at that IFAK pouch. I'm probably going to leave the adhesive bandages behind, but we'll take the regular, the gauze, the powder, and those purification tablets. Then we've got a full gas mask. We do already have a gas mask, so we might just be able to take the cartridges from that one. I think that's fine. We should have a multi-tool, but I will double check that. Take the sewing kit, and we'll also take the survivor's map. We'll ignore, that one is getting closer to us. Yeah, we've got a multi-tool, and I believe we also have a whistle multi-tool as well. Okay, yeah, good. Variety. Let's just set a careful aim. Okay, 43 damage and bad bleeding. Another careful aim is enough to put you down. Now, do we have the time to actually read this map? I hope so. Let's try. We do. We add those markers to our map. We can already see everything at the moment around Stockholm, so I guess it would really only alert us if there are things in the forest that we haven't seen yet that the survivor map might alert us to. Yeah, I don't think it's going to give us much more. You know what? Let's also turn off that blinking. Sometimes it's useful, other times it's just a little too much. Okay. Let's continue moving up towards the home. Hello, we're going to have to deal with you first, aren't we? Careful shot. 23, we'll do another careful. Nearly enough here. One more of them should do it. And it does. It is a little dangerous us doing it that way, just saying, hey, I want to take a careful shot, because I don't know how long that's going to take sometimes, and it can be quite risky. So, zombies, or rather dead zombies up the top, and it looks like we've got some regular people who died here as well, so they could have things that we could use right away. We're just going to go up in the direction of these dead, and we are going to smash them. We've spotted a zombie somewhere and a zombie child. We're just going to have a look and see what's on the ground here. Oh, there's some codeine back there. Oh, okay, and we've got a lot happening up to the north of us at the moment, I think that is. Yes, oh boy, look at all these panicked people. Trying to survive, fleeing the dead, and unfortunately they're doing so in the middle of the day. Now, I was wanting to get down to these bodies originally, but we might just want to get into this place and start making our way up. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We can already hear activity inside here, and hey, a freaking feral throws a rock at us. We could maybe try and take cover here, but honestly, we're just going to take a shot at them. They are going to probably try and come through the window at us. Let's see if we can get away. Oh, there's two of them. There are two of them. Okay, we were attacked by the feral. That's another rock that's just kind of thudded off of us at the moment. Thankfully, our armor is going to be pretty protective. Oh, I thought that would be enough to take you down. Heavy arterial bleeding, not quite enough. We're going to see if we can aim at the one behind here. Okay, thankfully, another reflecting rock. Oh, yeah, the other one just died. Very nice. 51 damage there. We'll just say regular aim if possible, and that's enough to take it out. Okay, quickly smash those bodies. We'll check them, because of course this stuff isn't going to be filthy, but they don't have anything cool, so we are going to just stay moving. For now, we could put on our infrared goggles, and that might be a good idea, because we are going into a dark building. Yeah, we'll have a look at that, but first of all, regular aim on this thing, and we got another right behind it. Okay, steady up, steady up, steady up. Take it down quickly, if you can. We're going to do the same thing here. Hopefully we can get one more quick shot. We can indeed. Okay, so we're going to back up towards the light a little bit here, which means that they're probably going to be able to see us better than we can see them. That's fine. Actually, I think we're already wearing the infrared goggles because we've got our riot helmet. The visor is raised up currently. Okay, well, let's activate those infrared goggles and see if we can make out anything in the darkness, and indeed we can. And the fact that we can see it makes me think that we don't have anything between us and it, and if there's something stumbling around in here, there's probably a high chance that it's going to be a zombie and that it's not going to be an actual person. So we take our shot, we shoot our shot, we have no idea how much damage we did, and we were attacked by something. So it looks like it's a feral in the dark there. Thankfully, it didn't do any damage to us, and they're suffering from minor bleeding. So it wasn't the great hit I was hoping for. We were hit yet again. All we need is one more good shot here. Oh, and it's two ferals here. Well, that's how they've been dinging our torso. And thankfully, we've only taken one damage so far. The rocks, while they are a issue early on, as soon as we can get some proper protection, we're pretty well off. Like, yeah, it's going to take a bit for them to be able to get through a bulletproof vest. Right in front of us there, 49 damage. We're going to try and shoot again in quick succession. They do get an attack in first though. Okay, we're just going to have to go for a lesser aim, but that is still enough to do what we need to do. Okay, do we have time to smash these bodies? We're going to try. I'm going to put on safe mode and just checking that everything is okay here. We're sad. Unfortunately, we're sad. There ain't much that we can do about it. Walter, just stay focused, or as focused as you can. We're hearing a lot of noise above us right now, and we'll just check the bodies that are surrounding us. Yet another laptop computer down here. Okay, all right. The goggles are still on. What's this bag here? It's a pet pack, and we've got a full face motorcycle helmet, which is also pretty good. I think we're just going to stick with the riot gear for now. keep the look going. But yeah, we wanna get up. And we're now in a main hallway, so we're probably going to be looking for a stairwell. With this being an apartment tower, there's probably an elevator shaft or something like that, but by it, we should hopefully be able to find some stairs. But this is a decently sized building. There's the stairs, that's what we're looking for. So this building is the home of Walter. He knows it relatively well, and I think we're just going to keep on pushing until we get to the top. Because if we get up here, we can get some sight. And look at that, we've actually got a fence up here as well. And we have other ways down. We have a fire escape. Well, that's useful. A building that actually has some safety features installed. And it's like it's purpose built. There's a little freaking bed up here. A makeshift bed with a blanket. This has got to be it. This has got to be his little spot on the roof that he'd come and hang out on top of. There's an electric spin wheel up there. I don't know what he's doing with that. What else do we have on top of here? We've got some sandbags, interestingly enough. Oh, and we got a lot of noise beneath us. Okay, what is this here? MREs, some salted fish, and some triple sec. Okay, some booze as well. Yet again, I think that this is probably more of his stash. Early on in the Cataclysm, stashing away some MREs, that's a good plan, Walter. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll just kind of continue on throughout the rest of the roof here. So this is like the central section of the building that we can kind of see down into at the moment. Very nice. Man, things are moving a little slow up here, and it's because there is a decent population in this building. We've also got a brazier up here, so if we do want to try and start a little fire to keep warm, we can do that. Obviously, if we go a level beneath here, we'd be pretty safe and sound in terms of shelter, but not in terms of the dead. Thankfully up here, all the ways to get to here are going to be rather, difficult. Ferals would just be able to climb up the ladders and make their way up here, so we could try and destroy the ladders if we really wanted to, but the dead are going to have a hard time getting through these metal doors and the metal walls. Our pursuer might even struggle with that, so this is going to be a really, really good place for us to try and hold up, because we've got multiple exits, multiple ways for us to get the hell out of here if we need to. I'm very, very happy with this. Let's go and reload this rifle before we do anything else. And now let's have a look at the map. That's the other reason why I wanted to come up here, because we were going to be able to see so much more of the area around us, and oh boy we can, and there was really not much out there, at least in the direction that we were going. There's a bit of burnt ground, some casings up there, but the actual farm buildings themselves seem to be down here. We've got a pump station. I thought it said pumpkin station. No, it's a pump station. We also have a silo down here. So no actual living quarters, so if I had to take a guess, they would just be kind of further over this way. We do have a radio tower there, which is another fantastic sight point for us if we wanted to try and go for that. There is also an evac shelter, and it's not far from here at all. And of course, that evac shelter would inform us of where a refugee center is. And if we really wanted full-on protection, that would be a fantastic place to try and hold up. But this apartment building has been Walter's fortress all his life. Why would he leave it now? I mean, it would have been fantastic to be able to use the prison, but the prison is lost. That is a no-go for us. So then, where do we want to try and set ourselves up? Well, I mean, obviously we have this makeshift bed over here. We can kind of drag that almost to anywhere. What do we have over here as well? A golf club, golf ball, tees, and a scorecard. And some spilt vodka. Yeah, knocking golf balls off the roof of this. Yeah, I can see that. I am also I'm loving the amount of downspouts there are, because those are all points that we can try and climb down. Obviously, it would be incredibly difficult to do it over multiple stages, multiple levels, but I'm just happy that we have many options here. But realistically, we're going to go for a ladder if we can. But yeah, right now, all we need to do is try and get our lad here comfortable, and then try and set up maybe a network of traps around him, around the main kind of entry points. I'm also hoping, for the most part, that if anything is making a lot of noise around here, it will wake him up, but that is also a negative, because getting to sleep is going to be that much more difficult. I think what I want to try and do for now is just grab the MREs that are over here, and we'll grab that triple sec as well, and we'll have a look at moving that over towards the makeshift bed for now, just so that we can kind of keep things together. There is also that table that's up the top as well, so I think we're going to go for that. I was going to say we'd leave the rifle here, but I don't like the idea of leaving anything. We'll just drag this along for now. And this will give us something to, hold on to, and also something to craft on if we so desire. There we go. Nice. Now, probably not the best time of day to try and get some sleep, but I wouldn't mind it, really. And it'll also give our leg a chance to heal up a little bit more. The bandage on there is still looking pretty good. We bandaged it a day ago though, so we'll probably want to try and rebandage that. So let's go and use one of the gauzes and we'll apply that to our right leg. We'll probably just do some basic bandaging to our other limbs. I didn't actually take any of the basic bandages, so we'll just use the regular ones then. Because yeah, we've got no adhesives. And this should mean that we're going to be looking real good when we do try and wake. We might have some trouble getting to sleep because of the lack of darkness. Oh yeah, we should probably also turn off the infrared goggles. That'll help. And let's see, our fitness band. Let's check on our health metrics. Our heart rate is 66 beats per minute. That's pretty freaking low. We haven't really been active today. We haven't been active today. We've been bicycling all over the place. Well, I guess we haven't burnt as many calories today, but the day is still young. It's only 8:48. We've been up all night. Let's see if this is going to be remotely possible. There's a blanket here. We can stick our head under that for now. And finally, okay, falling asleep around about 10:30. Hey, I mean, that was still like 2.5 hours maybe sleep that we got there. We're still tired when we wake up. But a little bit more of the day has passed. It's midday, the sun is high overhead. Let's have a look at having some food, a proper meal. We're going to try and heat up some of the MREs that we've got here. Unless, of course, let's see, is there anything that's going to spoil first? Really, only the things once we actually open them up. I mean, these cheese spreads are going to go before too long. We do have crackers as well, so you know what, instead, let's just try and make some sandwiches. And they're going to be very, very basic sandwiches. Vegetable sandwich with cheese though, now we're talking, okay. Cheese spread, thank you. 686 calories. Then we're going to go for our cheese sandwiches next, using the lovely cheese spread and crackers that we've got. And we'll go and knock them back. We're satisfied at this stage, so we'll leave those there for the time being. We've got our comic book to read, but we don't really have much else. So while we still have a bit of energy, and while we aren't, overly injured, I think we are going to go to the level beneath this one, and we're just going to check some of the apartments and see what we can find in the way of books and other tools and resources. We will be closing up those doors behind us, and let's go and activate the infrared goggles before we head back down here. Okay, definitely someone in that apartment there. Let's see if we can find an apartment that is unlocked to begin with. Most of them are going to be locked, but there's always a chance that one of them is good. And of course, one of these apartments would be Walter's, no doubt. And oh boy, we've got a feral human somewhere. We're not seeing you up here though, because we aren't seeing any heat signatures. What do we got around us? Oh, we got some hard seltzers. 6 cans. We will take those up onto the roof with us, thank you. I'm less interested in food right now, but we're not going to say no to bacon. We are more looking for, honestly, books at this stage. Things that we can use to kind of teach Walter a thing or two while we have time to pass by. Gold watch. We ain't going to say no to a gold watch. We are already wearing a wristwatch. Okay, we're going to take that wristwatch off. And it looks like there's a conflict between the fitness band and the gold watch, so we're just going to have to change which side they are on. Gold watch, you are now on our right arm. There we go. Ooh, bathroom. What do you got for us? An inhaler? You got some bandages. We've got aspirin. We've got aspirin and we got codeine. We'll be taking those. And we are also going to be taking these alcohol wipes. We just want to take them out of the boxes, take as many as we can. And ideally we end up taking those multivitamins as well. And we've got even more codeine down here. We probably don't need that much. I would like to take some antiseptics, so I'm going to see if that's going to be possible for us to do. We might just have to have a look at dropping some things, leaving some things behind, Like the entrenching tool, I don't think well, I say we're not going to be digging any holes. Maybe we do want to be digging holes. Can you dig holes on roofs? No, you can make holes in roofs. So we'll just hold on to it for the time being. Good, and we've got a little bit more space, so we are going to be taking the antiseptic with us. And of course, if we do find any books or anything else like that, we will adjust and make sure that we can actually take them with us. A dinosaur suit, well, as tempting as that is going to be staying here. That's not for us, Walter, no. What's a transistor? I mean, sure, it'll be good to have some reading material. We've got some cigarettes on the table. I believe we already have enough cigarettes going on at the moment. The leather chaps, can we wear the leather chaps without them interfering with our other stuff? No, the armor suit sits on top, so no chaps for us. Did we hear some sound in there? I think we might have. Let's just make our way around here cautiously. Oh, we are seeing that feral human. We're not seeing their heat signature though. Okay, the infrared goggles are turned on. Okay, interesting. We are wearing them as well. Infrared goggles turned on. It might not be close enough for us to have to be registering the infrared, or I'm not sure. That is strange. Let's shoot. 32 damage, and that's got them heading in this direction. They're bleeding heavily. I want to try and see if we can bleed them out. Oh, okay, so we could see them, so that's why it wasn't showing the heat signature. Right. You did die. Okay. That explains that. And obviously we shot our gun, so we've made folks around here angry, and that is yet another feral. Okay, they can see us, but we couldn't see them. The infrared does actually knock down our sight range just a little bit. Most of the time that isn't going to be a problem, but obviously when you're dealing with ferals, it is a little bit more of one. Heavy bleeding, you should be dead before too long. Let's see. Are we going to save a bullet here? Maybe. I don't want to take any unnecessary torso damage. We're just going to have to shoot you, aren't we? I say that. Let's keep on moving. We've gone long enough now. Are you going to perish? I think you already have. Okay, in here, other than some whiskey, really not much else. Long strings are useful, sheets and whatnot are too. And there's some crispy cranberry down here, which we're just going to drink. Good to take things on the go when we can. We'll smash that body. There's some breaking glass downstairs. And we have a locked room back here, which I would like to get into. We do have a crowbar, so we should be able to crack it open totally fine. And we can do the same to the other apartments that we've found so far. But yeah, I just wanted to see if we had anything open first of all. Rolled sleeping bag. Now we do have a proper bed upstairs, but I wouldn't say no to us using a sleeping bag up there as well. So let's move that onto the floor. We're just gonna have to start dragging that along with us for now. And I don't want to head back up to the roof just yet, but I'm gonna have to move a few things out the way if we want to be able to drag this okay. Looks like we're gonna be taking some casings with us and some other things. Oh, okay. Stop moving items. Yes, we can hear/see someone in the darkness there, and it is a tough zombie who is making their way on over towards us. We've stopped hauling items so we can run if we need to, and we're probably going to need to. That was a grazing hit. Not a fan of that. We're going to run back to the apartment just because we know the apartment. We know the layout, we know what's in here, we know that we're not going to accidentally run into a horde of very hungry mouths. Okay. Heavy arterial bleeding. We're fast enough that we should be able to outpace you, stay away from you, and wait for you to die. But we can always just put our back against the window. No need for us to do that though. You had a marine flag on you and not much else. Okay, we'll check this room here as well. It's a bathroom, gonna be worth it. I'm looking for medication that's going to be a little bit more rare. We've got everything that we need to have right this second, and we're not in pain anymore, so we don't even need to worry about taking the stuff that we found. But it's good for us to have it all the same. Carrying on, I want to try and see if we can find some more books. So that's what I'm going to focus on, more than anything else. We're looking for bookshelves, we're looking for things that we could use to learn from. And I do like the balconies here as well. Are the downspouts either side of them? It's hard to tell where they are specifically, where we'd be kind of dropping down. And also where the fire escape ladders kind of go. Let's smash these bodies here. We didn't kill these people. No, this is a zombie. Okay. And we have an overconfident officer here. So we were actually hearing some gunshots, and this is where it came from. So we've got a holster with a Glock here, some magazines for it too, a riot armor suit. So they were actually pretty well stocked. I mean, we'll take the gauze, thank you. Nightmare on Elm Street phone case. Actually, you know what? The police duty belt, if we can get away with carrying that, that could be good. Leg ammo pouches as well as a maybe. Let's just take the gauze for now. We've just spotted a feral human outside though, so they're gonna have a hard time hitting us, I think. So we have our holster, we have our service handgun in there at the moment. Let's grab the duty belt, the tack vest. I think that would conflict with what we've got on at the moment, but we'll have a look. I also wanted to have a look at the leg pouches, that was it. Okay, so let's see. It's just a tack vest. We already have a tack vest. Okay, but everything else we are able to utilize. So we'll drop off that tack vest there, and there's a few other things that we want us to drop off. So the leg ammo pouch, we'll be dropping off those Glock magazines, but we will be taking the ammunition out of them for our service handgun magazines. Then there is the police duty belt. So the stun gun, we won't be needing that. Was it just the heavy duty flashlight that was on there? Maybe, so I guess we'll keep that. Oh, the two-way radio, that can go. And the tear gas sprayer. And let's just grab that ammunition and we'll reload our existing magazines. And while we're here, let's reload that carbine. Nice. Okay, well that was a good find. It probably is still worth us having a look in the wardrobes because there's always a possibility there might be something that I didn't think we would need until now. Someone's down below. Okay, we'll check this one here as well. I think this is probably just a bedroom, and that's the case. Cool. Okay. No books here. And honestly, I'd be surprised if we did find some. And what are we looking for at the moment? Well, I mean, it's nice to have things to pass the time. We don't know how long. Great. It's alarmed. We don't know how long we are going to be on the roof for. So having projects, you want to make sure that you keep yourself busy. Trapper's life, see, stuff like that is going to be useful. And there's a very large supply of medicine and all other kinds of things should we need them. We just need to come back down here. There's a Jedi cloak. It's not going to fit us, unfortunately. It doesn't really go with what we're wearing. But very cool all the same. Let's keep on going. We'll check this bedroom as well. Motorcycle jeans and cargo pants. So right now we're just wearing regular pants. Regular jeans, yeah. So if we wear the motorcycle jeans, they're going to be much more protective. Although, they're rigid. Damn. Well, I guess it's going to be cargo pants instead of the jeans then. So we're going to go and unload our jeans because we had a lot of stuff in them. It's mostly the pills and all the rest. So the jeans will stay behind. Those cargo pants are going to serve us very well. Yeah. That's that for that room. And really this apartment as well because there's nothing else book-wise. And again, food isn't a problem for us right now, which I am happy to say. Early in the Cataclysm, you're always going to be able to find a lot of food just all over the show. As time goes on, it becomes rarer. And I do like that these apartments are different. We've got a filter mask over here and a propane lantern, a trench knife. How cool. Yeah, so it's like a little bit of a workshop here, which means that maybe we've got some books here. More just for fun, it seems. Dainty dishes fit for a king. And is that a motorcycle helmet in a glass cabinet? I think so. Oh no, it's a football helmet. Okay. Remembering greater days. Oh, and someone's fallen through the window. Actually, you know what? I think we might have seen those ones. The zombies that were dead on the ground. And nothing in here. Okay. Well, it seems like there is a fair bit more to this building. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to go through this level. I'm going to see what I can find. And if I find things that are of use, that I think are going to be good for us, I'll make sure to highlight those. Otherwise, we're going to clear this place out. At the very least, the outside apartments. And you know what will help us do that? A duffel bag, which we are going to be taking and wearing with our existing bags. So yeah, we're going to be rather encumbered. Hey there, another hairpin. We'll be taking that. Oh, and what is probably better, a dry duffel bag. Nothing like a good few cookbooks. Under the Hood and What's a Transistor, both very good books. And yet, another hairpin. Another alarm. Unfortunate. Can sealer instructions, okay. Internal combustion fundamentals. A nice little glow stick. Carcraft, Ham Radio Illustrated, and Trouble. Our first lot of it. Let's start blasting them away then. One more good shot, please. There we go. Decayed Zombie, you are next. We're probably going to back up here just for safety. That'll do. And someone else here isn't happy. Recoil, ooh, we'll be grabbing that. And some metal RPG dice. Useful for training throwing, so we'll be taking them. The big book of first aid. And things to do with milk. Hot rod, sure. Got a lot of vehicle books so far. Oh, and we got 2 feral humans making their way towards us. Firing away with our first shot, they return with a rock. We might have to back up here, we'll see. One more good shot might put them down. We don't have a lot of stopping power, but we know that bullets hurt, and sure enough, that does. Another rock whumps against our chest. Oh, and they're close, but that's a decent amount of damage. And they get one attack in on us as another feral starts to make its way in. And oh boy, there is a whole ass party here. Okay. And, we got thrown off of our aim then by a well-placed rock. Bleeding heavily, the feral stumbles towards us. And with another shot, we put them down. There's just one more big boy and a kid that's stumbling towards us. They're going to be next. The first shot, decent, heavy arterial bleeding. We're slowing them down. Another shot takes them out, and now the kid. All we need is one good shot on them, or 2. Okay, only minor bleeding. Come on. It attacks, throwing us off balance. We strike, the bullet doing its work. And I believe at this point, we've only got one more apartment to see to. Prying the door open, on the other side, there they are. We can see them, but they can't see us. A careful shot is enough to hit. Another, and they're down. Were they alone though? It seems like they were. Or not. A zombie stumbles out of the bathroom towards us. We turn and try to run. Something falls out of our pack. Heavy arterial bleeding, it's grabbing us. It attacks. We're trying to steady up. The shot works. We have another coming for us now. Another 3. A careful shot, and we'll go for a regular. Not enough to take it out. Let's try again. There we go, that's better. Kid stumbles towards us, and they're down. Now, just you. We'll go for regular aim, and another quick shot. Oh, boy. We're gonna need to reload this thing, with only 3 more bullets left. There we go. And we're close. We are close to clearing out this floor, but we aren't there yet. And as much as I want to continue, we have run out of time, and so we will continue that clearing in the next. Hauling back up to the roof what we've been able to gain so far, Walter will flick through those books, making himself more knowledgeable while he prepares a trap for what he knows is inevitably coming his way. And so, Legionnaires, I ask you, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Raikon. You have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.